What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's having a great day so far. So today, yes, we're going back to it. We're going to talk about the Sheila E Tumbao. Oh yes, you gotta love it. So to all the new subscribers, welcome to Percussion Life. My name is Eric Perez. Some of you already know that by now, but just had to welcome you to the channel, and I do hope that you enjoy these videos. And if you haven't subscribed already, just hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, find out whenever I upload. And yes, we normally upload every Monday and every Thursday, and si solo hablas español, Taco Tuesdays. Oh yes, you gotta love it. Something new, something different, something fresh, and it's normally things that you request. And to all my day ones, man, thank you so much, seriously, for all the continued support. I'm trying to seriously write everybody back, man, because I've been getting a lot of messages, especially with the most recent videos that I've been posting. I've been trying to check my direct messages, my personal messages. I'm trying to get back to everybody. It's just, man, it's getting kind of carried away, but I promise you, I'm keeping going to the list. So if you like send me a message 3 months ago, yeah, I'm gonna try to get back to you, don't worry. So, Sheila E. My goodness, man, Sheila E. My goodness. Man, ever since I was a little kid, I was in love with that woman, man. That woman is so unbelievably talented, multi-talented, crazy great percussionist, man. Not only on congas, not only on timbales, drums, bongos, shaker, tambourine. She could sing, she could dance, she could act. She could do it all. Now, if you don't know much about Sheila E, I'm telling you, you are missing out of just a person that brings so much joy to music. Sheila E has worked with people like George Duke. I'm saying George Duke. People like Lionel Richie, Diana Ross, Marvin Gaye, Herbie Hancock, Prince. I mean, come on now, Prince? And she's played with so many other people that, like, it's unbelievable. No, she's not just an artist that just goes and, no. This woman is so talented, man. She's one of the top percussionists in the world, period, and has been carrying that title for decades, man. It's unbelievable, her longevity, her work ethic, everything that she's been putting in for such a long time, and to still be relevant. And it's crazy how relevant she still is. She's actually about to release an album, I think next week, called Iconic, A Message to America. If you get a chance, she already has a single out called Funky National Anthem. My goodness, that thing is crazy. The drumming, the style, oh man, you got to love it. And it's people like me that grew up watching this person and how she fusionized Latin style with funk, and you know, not to just be but being a female at that, you know, some guys, they just don't respect women, especially in regards to percussion, and that's just wrong. Like I hear things like,
oh, she's good to be a female percussionist.
man, get that nonsense out of here. There's so many females that play percussion that can knock the boots off so many people, and it's because of their work ethic. It's because of their practice time. It's because of their efforts and them learning and be willing to learn. And Sheila E was doing this at a time where it was so male dominant, and yet here she comes just killing everybody, just putting on the show, stealing the show every single time. Of course, she was beautiful, but still, like, she was killing. And it's crazy, and we're gonna talk about this later on when we get into her tumbao. But the way she sets up, because that's how she was raised to see how to play this specific way, she actually is playing to her weaker side. That's some crazy stuff.
I would, after my dad would get up, Pops would get up, and I'd come around, and because his drums were set up this way, I'd just play left-handed, but they were set up for a right-handed player.
So the things that she would do that for us, dominant, let's say right-handed, since she was left-handed, she would always play to her weaker side. That's just bananas, man. I would never set up like that. And yet she's been doing it her whole career. And it's amazing because even though she's been so well versed in so many different genres, she's been able to incorporate that regardless what genre it is. And you notice that especially in the song that I just mentioned, Funky National Anthem, you see how it's starting kind of in a 6/8 type of groove, and you see some like bembe patterns in there, and then they switch to like a funky. It's just crazy how she's able to fusionize so many different genres, and it's because she has that background. You can go from playing some salsa, some crazy stuff like that, and then going to play with Marvin Gaye and being able to hold a groove and having to do that. But yes, regardless who it is, you gotta find inspiration and influence from anywhere, from all parts of the world, regardless of sex, background, culture, parts of the planet. You gotta find it. And Sheila E has been such an inspiration to so many percussionists. I'm talking about the real ones, the real people that study this art, and you see how she's been able to hold this down for such a long time at such a high level, man. You just gotta respect people like that, for real. So the Sheila E Tumbao, she probably didn't even notice this because it comes so natural to her, but this is really, really hard. So I am a right-handed player. If you see, I'm actually setting up as if I'm a left-handed player. And the way she does things is whatever she does here in the main drum that she decides to use, she actually plays it as her dominant hand. So when she slaps, she's actually slapping with her left hand because she's left-handed. But she actually then goes to her non-dominant side. So in my case, I would be slapping or doing my main accents here with my right hand, but all the other tones I'm actually going to be doing it with my non-dominant hand. That is crazy hard. Obviously, you're probably never going to play this at a gig. You're probably never gonna set up like this for a concert. You're probably never gonna even try it. But I'm telling you, try it at home and you're gonna be like, well, wait a minute. Your respect level for Sheila E would be like, because it's crazy, because she's been doing this her whole life, being able to play like this, using her non-dominant hand to do these major tones, these major grooves, and to be able to carry that on time and play it so well and so clean, man, because her tones are so clean. It's unbelievable how she's able to project, and I don't ever see her playing on synthetic heads. That's just, I've never seen her play synthetic heads. I only see her play on rawhide heads, and she projects like crazy. It's unbelievable how much of a presence she has every single time she plays. But yeah, the Tumbao I want to show you from her is actually from a really old video. It's crazy, crazy old, and I saw it. The quality's kind of bad, but she carried on this Tumbao for maybe a couple measures, and it just always resonated with me. And she did this after performing a crazy solo, but the way she was doing it, it was just, I don't know, very melodic, very patato-ish, very she was just really able to carry this Tumbao very cleanly at such a high velocity. I'm gonna play it slow for you guys just so you guys can see it, but in the video she's actually going really fast. Crazy, man. Sheila E. Wow. But yeah, let me show you her Tumbao. Sheila E, you're crazy, man. How in the world were you doing this? My gosh. Yeah, so let me show you what she is doing. First of all, that is a workout. If you are a person that doesn't like to exercise their non-dominant hand, this Tumbao is not for you. All I'm saying is what you're gonna be doing with your non-dominant hand is non-stop action. It's uncomfortable and it's going to take you out of your comfort zone. But that's the whole process of learning. You want to be taken out of your comfort zone. You want to be able to try some new things, some new setups, some new styles, and you never know. Maybe this setup, the way Sheila E sets up, will kind of stick to you. It feels good to me because I love to use my non-dominant hand. But if you're not used to it, man, yeah, it's not gonna be cute. It's not gonna be pretty. It's not gonna look good on you. That's all I'm saying. So I start this tumbao actually with my non-dominant hand, and it's going to be a bass and then a finger. And then with my dominant hand, I'm going to do a close slap. So it's gonna sound like this. After doing that slap with your dominant hand, your non-dominant hand is now going to start being put to work. Yes, being put to work. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna start going to your non-dominant side. And the way it's set up, it's the lowest drum nearest to you right here on your non-dominant side, and then the one in front of you is gonna be kind of a mid-tone. So just, you know, eye on that. But when you're gonna go to your non-dominant side on that first tumba, what you're actually going to do is 2 opens, all right? So 2 opens on that first tumba to your non-dominant side. So it's gonna sound like this. To put that together, after doing those 2 opens with your non-dominant hand on the tumba, what you're actually going to do, and you have 2 choices here. You could either do a close slap with your dominant hand on your main drum, or an open slap with your dominant hand on the main drum. And I'll let you hear both, but yeah, you know, to kind of give you an idea, because she actually does both. But after doing either one of those, you're gonna do 2 opens on the tumba that's in front of you, or the drum that's in front of you, that mid-tone. So you're gonna be doing 2 opens there with your non-dominant hand. So it's gonna sound like this. Now if we were to do open slaps, it's gonna sound like this. Now to put that together, it's gonna sound like this. And let's try to hear that with the open slaps, and you're gonna see it makes a dramatic difference. After doing those 2 opens, you're going to come back to your main drum, and here it gets kind of confusing and kind of hard. So what you're going to do is 1 open with your dominant hand, and then you're going to kind of just lay your hand with your non-dominant hand on the conga, and then you're going to do a close slap. But when you're gonna lay your hand, it's not gonna be as subtle or as presentable, because when you lay it, you're gonna start seeing now me going back to my non-dominant side and hitting that tumba. So I'm just gonna show you kind of that transition before going to that tumba. So it's gonna sound like this. Crazy, huh? To put that together, it's gonna sound like this. Gotta show you those little moves, man. The little secrets going back and forth. Gotta show you them things. After doing that close slap here, again, it's gonna be a little bit confusing. But what you're gonna do is 2 opens on the tumba on your non-dominant side. After doing those 2 opens on the tumba, what you're gonna do is with your dominant hand, you're gonna do a close slap. And then with your non-dominant hand, you're gonna be coming back to the conga, and you're gonna be kind of tapping, doing like a bass tap really. It's not gonna be a presentable tone, but it's still noticeable. But you're gonna do that with your non-dominant hand, and then you're gonna do an open with your dominant hand. So it's gonna sound like this coming out of the tumba, to kind of give you that example. then you start the whole tumbao all over. But let me put it all together so you can kind of get the idea. It's crazy seeing it broken down like that. It's kind of crazy. Not to play it all the way through, it's gonna sound like this. Sorry, it got a little bit out of hand right there. Now to count it, it's gonna sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. You got to love it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sheila E is an incredible percussionist, an incredible musician, and from what I hear, she's an incredible human being. Thank you, Sheila E, for everything that you have given to us. You know, having this little kid over here make a video about you, man, and just sharing the incredible things that you've been able to give to us throughout your years of playing and your career and everything that you've done. Seriously, may God continue to bless you greatly. I admire you a whole bunch. So yes, you gotta love it. You gotta love Sheila E, y'all. You got to love Sheila E. All right, y'all. You already know what to do. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Y'all already know.